All right, today we're diving into a story that might feel, well, a little too real for anyone who's ever had a group project just completely go off the rails. It's a story about glitter, about glory, and about a science fair that accidentally became a masterclass in how to actually work together.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're convinced you've come up with a stroke of pure genius, something that's going to change everything. And your partner just gives you that blank stare. That exact dilemma is really at the heart of our story today, where two best friends are about to face off over their science fair project.
So, let me introduce you to Emma and Madison. They're best friends, and in their own words, they are the ultimate science team. They were absolutely destined for fifth grade science fair greatness. Right up until the moment they had to agree on what to actually do.
And this, right here, is where the trouble starts. This is the core of their conflict. Emma is all about the show. She wants to go big, make it flashy, and win all the glory. Madison, on the other hand, is the practical one. She wants a project that's smart, that's doable, and that probably won't end in some kind of glitter-fueled explosion.
So, of course, Emma pitches her masterpiece, the RoboPup 3000. It's huge, it's dramatic, and in her mind, it is a guaranteed first-place trophy. You can just feel her excitement, right? She's already picturing their total scientific domination of the fifth grade. And then you get Madison's idea, foam balls and paint. You can imagine Emma's face. To her, this isn't science, this is just arts and crafts. What Madison sees as smart and realistic, Emma sees as, well, painfully boring. And just like that, it wasn't just a simple disagreement anymore. Nope, this was the start of something much bigger. The battle lines were officially drawn, pitting wild ambition against quiet practicality. Robots against planets. So yeah, this little standoff, it blew up pretty fast, going from a friendly debate into a full-on friendship-threatening fight. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures how Emma just completely dismisses Madison's point of view. There's no room for discussion. In Emma's world, if it isn't dazzling and complicated, it's not even worth doing. And here's where it all comes out. You can hear Madison's frustration just boiling over. See, it's not just about the project anymore, is it? This fight is bringing up deeper problems in their partnership. Emma's habit of taking charge and her total refusal to listen. The science fair was just the thing that lit the fuse.
And this is it, the dramatic climax of their big fight. The ultimate science team decides to break up. In Emma's mind, it's a betrayal of Shakespearean proportions. The science fair Cold War had officially begun.
So what happens when Emma tries to go it alone? Well, she launches what she dramatically calls Operation Prove Madison Wrong. This is her one-woman mission to show the world, and especially Madison, just how brilliant she really is. As you might guess, the operation doesn't exactly go to plan. Emma's solo journey is just one hilarious failure after another. Her glitter volcano makes a huge, smelly mess. The lemon battery is a complete dud, and her beloved RoboPup, it literally falls apart. Turns out her big ideas are a lot harder to pull off all by yourself. And there's nothing quite like a little brother to tell you the cold, hard truth. This brutally honest review from Max is just the final nail in the coffin for Emma's solo project. Her grand vision has literally collapsed on the floor. So, humbled by her string of disasters, and with the science fair deadline looming, the two are pretty much forced to talk. And this leads to the most important part of our story, the conversation that could either save their project or end their friendship for good. Thankfully, their teacher, Mrs. Parker, steps in with some seriously important wisdom. She completely reframes their whole fight. She tells them their strong opposite opinions aren't actually a weakness. They're a potential superpower, but only if they can figure out how to use them together. And this is the real breakthrough, right here. For the first time, Emma just stops. She stops talking, she stops defending her own genius, and she actually listens to what Madison has to say. It's such a simple thing, but it changes absolutely everything. And by finally combining their ideas, they come up with something way better than what either of them could have made alone. Madison got her simple, achievable solar system, and Emma got her wow factor with the awesome light-up feature. It was the absolute perfect mix of their two styles. So, what was the final outcome of this great compromise? Let's take a look at the results and, more importantly, the lessons they learned from this whole science fair fiasco.
So they didn't get first place, but they did win a second place ribbon. And honestly, that's a huge victory. It proved that their collaboration actually worked. It was a massive success, even if it wasn't the eternal glory that Emma had been dreaming of. And this quote just perfectly captures that superpower their teacher was talking about. They finally get it. They understand their value to each other. Madison keeps things grounded, and Emma pushes them to be ambitious. They balance each other out perfectly. So here are the big takeaways straight from Emma's hard-won experience. She still believes in thinking big, but now she knows that compromise isn't the same as losing, and that listening is everything. And I gotta say, my favorite has to be her take on second place. First place with more character development. That's just fantastic.
And at the end of the day, this is the real lesson, isn't it? The real prize wasn't the ribbon they won at the science fair, it was the friendship they managed to save. Learning to collaborate, to listen, and to value each other's strengths was so much more important than getting first place. It kind of makes you wonder, right? How often are we chasing the trophy when the real win is in the teamwork itself?